I hope I'm going in the right direction. Girl, you're not going in any direction. Me and my cat. Today's coffee is from Nani's Cafe. No, it's not my cafe, but it's called Nani's Cafe in Wailua. If you ever find yourself in Wailua on the island of Oahu, Nani's Cafe, pretty dang good. They also have musubis. Stop pulling my hair. They also have bento style, like you can make your own little bento. So good. Anyways, I wanted to do another talking kind of video. So get comfy, snuggle up, or I don't know, listen to this while you're like cleaning the house or on a drive or just hanging out, painting your nails, doing your makeup, whatever you want. And we're just gonna have a little conversation, you know what I'm saying? Okay, here we go. I have a lot of hesitation and just like resistance to doing things that I want to do. I'm realizing that resistance is the fear of wasting time. But the gag is that me being scared of wasting time is actually wasting time. You know, that's actually me just sitting around not doing anything except overthinking and thinking myself into spirals about maybe doing something, maybe not doing something, and then the time's passed and then I can't do it. I'm scared to invest in things and go through with things and act on things because I feel like my time is limited. Like, if I didn't feel like my time was limited, then I wouldn't have an issue with wasting time. It's the most ironic fear and thinking spiral I've ever realized. Like, it's really, really silly. And I don't know if I'm the only one that does this. I hope I'm not. That's basically just what I wanted to talk about, is this fear of wasting time and how that fear is actually a waste of time. You would assume that someone wasting time, they're wasting time because they feel like they have a lot of time, but in my case that is not what it is. So I better make the thing that I'm choosing to spend time on worthwhile, and I better make sure that it is everything that I want and I'm 100% sure about it before I go and do it. But that's impossible. Like, you can't be 100% sure about anything, especially in your 20s. That's just not how it works, you know what I mean? I've been pondering all of the things that have kind of just slipped by me because I thought about it too much. But the thing is, you know, it wouldn't have been wasting time. What if this thing I do is a waste of time? Is this my end-all be-all life's purpose? And then, oh, what even is my life purpose? And how much time is this gonna take? Is the time that this is gonna take to do, is it worth it? And it's like, this is crazy. I'm in my 20s. I've got time. I've got time for this side quest, that side quest, and the other. You know what I mean? And like, of course you should always be careful, you know, and intuitive about the decisions you make. But at the same time, it's like, don't hold yourself back from doing things because you're scared of it being a waste of time, because you're scared that, you know, life is short and you're not gonna... You know what I'm saying? Like, I've always been so aware of the fact that life is short. I've always felt this huge pressure to know what I want to do and to make a decision on what I want to do, and I'm like always trying to find the answer to why I'm here on this earth. At 24, almost 25, I'm realizing that maybe my purpose is just to be here. Maybe my purpose is just to experience all of this, and maybe my purpose is to just be alive and do things. Like I said, I'm 24, almost 25, and I'm having a lot of coming to terms with how this way of thinking has affected me. I'm ready to change the script of how I've been living my life, and it's not going to be easy because, if I'm being honest with myself, I think this fear and this kind of way of thinking, if I'm just kind of now realizing that this has been the resistance to act, then it's like, okay, that means that this is rooted deep in there, and it's gonna take a while to disassemble and transform it into something else. Like, that's gonna take time, but I can look at a few things in order to redirect, change the course. I can look at a few things. I feel like Bill Nye talks like this.
Wind is wild.
I love Bill Nye. So the first question that I wanted to ask myself in realizing all these things is, why is this happening? Okay, we gotta kind of at least try to understand the foundation of these thinking thoughts, right? So the first thing is because I feel like life is fleeting. And why do I feel like life is fleeting? Because I'm letting it fleet by, because I'm not doing anything, because I'm worrying too much about it being fleeting. So it's a little like, it's just a spiral. The second reason I've been saying this whole time, I'm scared of wasting time. Third thing is maybe because going after the things I want to go after feels a little silly and meaningless in today's world. You know what I mean? Especially as a creative person, you know, just like with the monetization of literally everything in this world, it feels a little meaningless to pursue my creative aspiration. Unfortunately, it's just so oversaturated when it comes to creation and all of these things. There's just so much out there. It's hard to feel like you're doing anything that hasn't been done before. So that's a big reason why I also have a hard time with going after the things I want to go after. But we're fixing that, you know? The first step is realizing. And that's what we're doing. But yeah, the truth is like, listen, we've got time to make mistakes. So you don't need to be so scared all the time of, oh, is this the right choice? Is that the right? Just, move forward with something, okay? You'll figure it out eventually. That's what life is supposed to be. You're not just supposed to sit on your hands and like, okay, I hope I'm going in the right direction. Girl, you're not going in any direction. Anyways, those are all of the things that I feel like this fear and it's all rooted in all of these kinds of things. So at this point, what do I do? What can I change? What can we change so that we don't keep doing this and keep blocking our blessings? So first, decide. That is the first thing, because deciding is action. It's some kind of action. So since I've had this realization, I have decided 5 things. I'm not going to share all of them because I want to keep a few of them to myself, but one of those 5 things is a hair change. I'm thinking of dyeing my hair. Decide on a few things. You want to go back to school? Go back to school. If it's been calling you, go do it. You want to go on this trip? You want to make a move? Make the move. Go move somewhere else. You want to do a career change? Career change that up. You want to do your side hustle? Do your side hustle. Do what you got to do to make that side hustle happen, okay? There's a million things that you're probably sitting on and you're like, oh, should I do this? Should I not do that? Just do it. Move in the direction of doing it. And then if something happens along the way where you realize, oh, maybe this isn't for me, that's okay. Now you know. You'll never know unless you try. Because you've got time. You've got time for it to crash and burn and for you to start over and try something else. So might as well. I have a lot of things in my life where they might not be what I want to do forever, and that's what scares me. Like, that's what freaks me out. But the thing is like, you can still do them. You don't have to decide on, is this my life's calling or whatever. I'm also trying not to discredit my wants. I have a hard time with valuing the things that I want to do. A thought pops into my head where I'm like, oh, this would actually be really cool, or I would love to do something like this. I try not to shut it down. I almost always kind of have shut it down, but it's like, it's something that I want. So that's almost a sign in and of itself that it is something I should do. And I'm almost immediately just like, no, shh, you don't want that. Crazy. Another thing is not overthinking things. Sometimes it's simple. Like the decision to change your hairstyle. That's not, no, you don't get tea. You don't get my tea. No. Like the decision to dye or change your hairstyle, it's not that serious. It's hair. Just do it. And for me, I'm somebody who puts a lot of energy into my hair and making sure that it's healthy and stuff. So like doing a hair change does feel kind of scary for me, but you know, I've been thinking about changing my hair for years now and I haven't done it. I always am like, no, that's not my style. It's not something I would do. So what, man? It doesn't have to fit in a neat little box. That's another reason why I, don't act on things is, whoa, bro, that was mean. Oh! That's another reason why I don't do things, is because I feel like it doesn't match, you know, the other things about me. That's so boring. Why am I putting myself in a box? You know what I mean? Anyways, so things with like your hair, if it's just like something small, whatever. The best decisions are made intuitively, and a lot of the time your intuition acts on like knee-jerk reactions instead of just like dismissing them as oh, that was just like an intrusive thought. I now am trying to question where those thoughts and ideas are coming from. How does this feel actually if I were to go through with this thought or idea? Is it exciting to me? Does it fill me with dread? You know, those are like the two questions, because that's usually kind of what helps me decipher whether or not if it's coming from my intuition or not. So yeah, those are kind of the things that I'm just working on right now. It's not that life is short, it's that life is long, but it goes by fast. Life is supposed to be full of side quests and a bunch of random, you know, little whatevers. Life is supposed to look like a bunch of different experiences, or at least that's how I want my life to look. So I have to stop second guessing myself on the things that I want, and I just have to kind of go for it. There's time to mess up. There's time to go after something, fall on your face, and then get up and do something else. Quentin Tarantino, I saw an interview of him, and he said at 25,
I'm turning 25 around this time. So I'm having my own little, okay, well, what have I done with my life so far? So far, fucking nothing. And there was like one night, I would have a Quentin Detest Fest where I'd stay up all night long. And rather than give myself excuses, I would look at everything that I'm fucking up in my life or everything I'm not doing or whatever, and just not give myself any fucking excuses out. And then I would spend the last 2 hours figuring out how I can change it. And as opposed to just doing it and then going to get some sleep and then you forget about it and fall back into your, you know, your routine, I decided to change my life.
Like, look at the name he's kind of made for himself, and it's not even about making a name for yourself, it's just about not being afraid. Anyways, that's all I really wanted to talk about. Having realizations. Yeah, life is weird. You like put yourself in these little spins, sometimes for years. You only begin to understand them once somebody says something like, oh, I have time to do that, you know? It was literally that. That's kind of what inspired this whole thing, was my friend just saying, oh, I have time to do that. And I was like, damn, we do have time. So life is weird. Let me know what you think, and I hope this is something we can work on together. So yeah, I hope you have a great day or evening or afternoon, and I'll see you later. Look at what my cat did. Are you serious? Okay, bye.